However, there are these 6 conditions that we can follow right away, that we can cultivate right away. And this is the Saraniya Sutta, conducive to amiability. Among these 6 are conditions that are conducive to amiability, that engender feelings of endearment, engender feelings of respect, leading to a sense of fellowship, a lack of disputes, harmony, a state of unity. What are the 6? Would you like to translate this? Right? Maybe this.
Maybe it's better if you read everything first and then I translate from the sutta.
There is the case where a monk set on bodily acts of goodwill with regard to his companions in the holy life. So it's not limited to monks, it's for everyone. To their faces, and behind their backs. This is a condition that is conducive to amiability, that engenders feelings of endearment, engenders feelings of respect, leading to a sense of fellowship, a lack of disputes, harmony, a state of unity. This is the first one. And further, the monk is set on verbal acts of goodwill with regard to his companions in the holy life, to their faces and behind their backs. This too is a condition that is conducive to amiability, that engenders feelings of endearment, engenders feelings of respect, leading to a sense of fellowship, a lack of disputes, harmony, a state of unity. And further, the monk is set on mental acts of goodwill with regard to his companions in the holy life, to their faces and behind their backs. This too is a condition that is conducive to amiability, that engenders feelings of endearment, engenders feelings of respect, leading to a sense of fellowship, a lack of disputes, harmony, and a state of unity. And further, whatever righteous gains the monk may obtain in a righteous way, even if only the alms in his bowl, he does not consume them alone. He consumes them after sharing them in common with his virtuous companions in the holy life. This too is a condition that is conducive to amiability, that engenders feelings of endearment, engenders feelings of respect, leading to a sense of fellowship, a lack of disputes, harmony, and a state of unity. And further, with reference to virtues that are untorn, unbroken, unspotted, unsplattered, liberating, praised by observant, ungrasped at, leading to concentration, the monk dwells with his virtue, in tune with that of his companion, in the holy life, to their faces and behind their backs. This too is a condition that is conducive to amiability, that engenders feeling of endearment, engenders feelings of respect, leading to a sense of fellowship, a lack of disputes, harmony, a state of unity. And further, with reference to the view that is noble, leading outward, that leads those who act in accordance with it to the right ending of suffering and stress. The monk dwells with his view in tune with that of his companions in the holy life, to their faces and behind their backs. This too is a condition that is conducive to amiability, that engenders feelings of endearment, engenders feelings of respect, leading to a sense of fellowship, a lack of dispute, harmony, and a state of unity. These are the 6 conditions that are conducive to amiability, that engender feelings of endearment, engender feelings of respect, leading to a sense of fellowship, a lack of disputes, harmony, and a state of unity. Would you like to explain now, or should I?
Yeah, I can explain it now.
Okay.
Can I?
Can you explain the sutra before the traduction?
Okay. Sure. Yes. Okay.
So then you can translate.
So,
And the sutra, she will just read it. So.
Ok,
ce l'ha fatta, ok.
Non è un problema.
Ma se lo spieghi dopo la spiegazione che fa lei adesso,
Non me la scordo, non ti preoccupare.
no, io non lo capisco. Vabbè.
Ma io dopo ti leggo il sutra e ti faccio anche la spiegazione.
Servizio completo.
okay. There are 6 conditions. The first one, it's called metta. Metta, metta is loving kindness. But then it comes from, it's not there. You have to cultivate it. So you have to train it. It's about right thinking, you see. Right thinking. It's there. We have to cultivate it too. It doesn't come. We have to cultivate right thought. This is part of the right thought towards people outside. So we have to set determination of goodwill to other people. Thinking positive, and then there shouldn't be any ill will. And we can, in fact, people consist of both sides. There are positive and negative sides, right? But you see, when we judge other people, we only judge them sometimes with negativity. Right thinking, when we look with right thinking, we'll try to find the good side of other people. And we do it in front and behind their backs. So this is right thinking. And then the second one, metta, right? Loving kindness, speech. So when we talk, we have to, first of all, introduce or cultivate loving kindness so that it is there before we talk. Otherwise, we can speak very nicely, but it's not sincere. It has to be the speech cultivated out of loving kindness. Then that is right speech. It'll be very polite, it'll be very amiable kind of speech, and I think I explained before, beneficial, timely, no slandering, no gossiping, and it should always be the speech to inspire and create unity. So the thing is that we say something that normally when we criticize, we always bring up, okay, this is the bad part. So we have to correct the bad part. So that's not inspiration. I mean, the way to create the unity when talking, we have to find right timing. First of all, that's very important, right timing. And then we have to cultivate. If we have aversion and then we want to set the dispute so that it's over, before we talk, we have to cultivate loving kindness. When loving kindness is there, then we have to find the time. So time comes the second. Loving kindness must be there first. and then time. So it needs, it needs time before we can really talk about something. So with loving kindness, we have already seen the good part in that person. And also there are some negative which we cannot go together, right? Maybe, of course, when we know ourselves so well, because we also learn through mindfulness, the negative part in us, the pattern which always been formed up that way, we will see the negative part in us. With this seeing of negative part, we can also understand other side that we also have this, the negative formation, understanding that we won't bring this negative part up, see, but rather inspire the good parts first, to inspire loving kindness from the other part, because we have already cultivated this good part, but then maybe they still have problems with the negativities in their minds. They cannot come out of the negativities. So we built this within us. And then you see, with this quality in our mind, it can radiate. So with when it radiates from your own mind, it touches other people's mind. So I think this is very important to cultivate first, before you can bring up the disputes, or before you can bring up the negativities. It has to set up with goodwill. So this is goodwill. So it has to come up in your mind first. So then it comes. Then only then can it come out into the speech, which is goodwill. And I have to อันที่สามอะไรเดี๋ยวก่อนนะมันหายแล้วloving kindness thought, loving kindness speech, and loving kindness physical deed. So this is about helping others, supporting others with your physical deed. And always be helpful or show the politeness and respectful to others in front and behind. See, both in front and behind. That is something that we have to cultivate. And then the fourth one, it's to share. It's about sharing. So whenever we acquire any things that and we can always share what we acquire to other people. So then in this case, selfishness is not there, and we can use the requisites. We can share the requisites together. So this is about sharing. And the fifth one, equality of sila, which is morality. You see, morality is when it's not equal, it is very difficult to live together in the society. You see that within the world now, morality is just like so much different. That's why there are lots of troubles within this world. But it doesn't mean that we won't do anything. We can cultivate that within ourselves. And then once we cultivate this, it radiates and works with the people who is closer to us, and then it'll expand more and more. So this is what we can do now. We can really start from ourselves. So morality is that we will keep morality within ourselves and in the society that we are in. So this way, when morality is equal in the society, there will be peace. And the sixth one, this is also very important. It relates to yesterday's Dhamma talk about the obstacle. There are 4 obstacles: the cravings, and then becoming, attached to becoming, attached to cravings of the sensual craving, attachment to becoming, attachment to opinion. So this is the one which is attachment to opinions. So this is why we have to always keep in mind that we have to try so hard to really have the opinion which can always go along together. And the most important part is you have to use your ears more than your mouth. See, it's like open up. I mean, open up not just the ears, but if you open the ears, then your heart will open. So first, open both ears and heart. And then the opinion of others, when we are open both, their opinions will come in our mind. Then we can really reflect upon other people's opinion. We can then cultivate the true empathy. And then with that, we can cultivate also the opinion which can go along with the opposite opinion of ours. So this is to ปรับนี่ภาษาอังกฤษปรับ
Adapt.
We can adapt. See, this is adaptation of the opinion so that they can go along together. And the goal, also we have to look at the goal. It's not about my opinion is the one that will lead to something good. The opinion, both opinions will go together into peace. That must be the goal, not just one person's opinion that is always correct, not the other. You see, again, it comes into duality. Me and the others. Mine and the other's opinion. So we have to try to cultivate the merging of both through opening of the mind and the heart, cultivate the sincere empathy. And look at the goal, that the goal is going together into peace, not which is the correct one. There is no such thing as mine is more correct. I'm sure that mine will lead us there. Yours, no. So this is to the adaptation of the opinions, so that the goal is peace. Okay, so these are 6 qualities, 6 conditions that we have to practice. Okay, so this is the explanation.
Yeah, thank you. Sadhu.
Now you can translate, because there is no translation yet, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I start with the sutta?
Yeah.
Allora, quindi stavamo parlando di coltivare la mente quando ci si rapporta con l'oggetto di attenzione esterno, no? Per quanto riguarda questo sutra si parla in particolare dei rapporti interpersonali, quindi la coltivazione della mente quando ci si rapporta con altre persone, e in modo da creare un ambiente pacifico, un ambiente amorevole, un ambiente di cooperazione, di rispetto che porta poi a un senso di appartenenza alla comunità, a una diminuzione di quelli che sono gli scontri, armonia e uno stato appunto di unità. Queste condizioni, chiamiamole da coltivare, sono 6. Camilla, ti posso chiedere una cosa? Hai il telefono per caso?
Sta registrando.
Ah, perché volevo vedere la traduzione di amiability, proprio quella giusta, perché è una parola che viene... Grazie. Amiability. Amiability. Perché viene ripetuta continuamente. Viene ripetuta continuamente.
Amichevolezza.
Sì, voglio essere sicura che sia quello, però non vorrei, essendo che è centrale in questo sutra.
It's like adaptable, no?
Yes, there is some kind of มันมีความอ่อนโยนอยู่ในนั้นอะความอ่อนโยนความพอมันถ้าสมมติว่าถ้าเราอ่อนเนี้ยมันก็ไปด้วยกันได้เพราะความอ่อนแต่ถ้ามันแข็งเนี้ยมันไม่
Diciamo è come una sorta di sentimento di convergenza, no? Non di rigidità per cui ci si scontra, ma per il fatto che siamo tutti malleabili ci ritroviamo insieme, no? Ecco. È comunque utile sapere qual è il termine esatto. Comunque sono 6.
I think it's more like resilience, is it?
I don't think it's easy.
I think
It's not?
They have something to do
What is-
together, but
What is the sentence again?
Amiability.
these
Conducive.
are conditions that are conducive to amiability.
I feel like it's like amiability of the ability to live in harmony. Like you're amiable.
Yes,
to-
of course, yes. So it's like kind of coming, flowing into one.
Like if you have a different opinion than me and different, I can adapt to this.
Amabilità. Amabilità.
But you see, adaptation of opinion is one of those, but it doesn't really cover everything. Like the first one, loving kindness, you have to generate that first, right? So adaptability is then, it's the last one, but the whole sutta is about amiability.
Okay.
Quindi sono 6 condizioni della mente da coltivare. Nel primo caso, perché io, scusate, sto facendo un mix tra la spiegazione e la traduzione. Volete che prima che ve lo traduca tutto?
Ma secondo me possiamo guardarcelo
E
ognuno.
poi faccio già la spiegazione.
Sì.
Sì,
Perché la spiegazione ripete
tanto la
poi.
spiegazione esatto è l'analisi di ogni
Io
singolo.
cosa,
Quindi,
non fa la traduzione tutto.
sì, sì,
Fai
sì.
l'una o fai l'altra?
Va bene. Quindi il primo aspetto sono le azioni di goodwill, di buona volontà, benevolenza, esatto, nei confronti dei propri compagni o comunque delle persone con cui ci troviamo davanti, sia in loro presenza che in loro assenza. Quindi questo si va a ricollegare alla giusta azione dello duplice sentiero. Bisogna cercare di riconoscere in se stessi quando c'è un sentimento di malevolenza nei confronti di qualcuno, che non necessariamente deve essere violenta, però in generale quando abbiamo dei sentimenti o comunque delle sensazioni spiacevoli nei confronti di un'altra persona, è giusto osservarli e agire in modo opposto. L'azione deve essere di benevolenza. E per questo dobbiamo avere una certa determinazione, no, nella nostra mente. Noi dobbiamo sapere con chiarezza che questa è la cosa che vogliamo fare, la strada che vogliamo perseguire. Per cui quando siamo consapevoli della presenza di questa malevolenza nella nostra mente, già ci fermiamo ancora prima che il pensiero di un'azione malevole venga fuori, si manifesti. La seconda condizione è quella invece degli atti verbali di benevolenza verso i propri compagni, sia faccia a faccia che in loro assenza. Ma in loro assenza non significa con altre persone solo, senza la persona diretta, ma anche nella nostra mente. Quindi quando abbiamo dei pensieri, perché comunque l'azione verbale è anche la persona che ci parla nella nostra mente, no? Anche quell'azione verbale. Anche lì dobbiamo coltivare delle parole, dei pensieri di benevolenza verso le persone. E sempre lì riconoscere quando c'è della malevolenza e trasformare questa malevolenza in benevolenza. Anche questo fa parte del Sila, dell'Otupice Sentiero, e aveva fatto un piccolo approfondimento su quello che è la giusta parola, l'Otupice Sentiero, dove non solo devono essere pensieri o parole ricchi di amorevolezza, quindi la loving kindness. Loving kindness è una parola che torna molto spesso perché è molto importante, proprio questa sensazione, cioè questo desiderio di augurare del bene all'altra persona. Ecco, quindi a livello della parola, nell'Otupice Sentiero devi sì riconoscere la malevolenza e trasformarla in benevolenza, loving kindness, ma questa tua parola dovrebbe non solo essere amorevole, ma è importante anche che non crei divisione all'interno del gruppo e che al contrario unisca le persone. Ed è anche importante il quando queste parole vengono dette, quindi il tempo, il timing con cui vengono dette, perché tu puoi dire una cosa anche con le migliori intenzioni, ma le dici in un momento in cui la persona non è pronta a riceverla, no? E magari anziché aiutarla fai peggio. E ovviamente è centrale anche l'intenzione, ecco, ancora prima del tempo con cui tu vai a comunicare, vai a parlare con qualcuno. Terza condizione è quella delle azioni mentali di amorevolezza verso i propri compagni, sia con loro che in loro assenza. E per azioni mentali, sì, scusate, io ho parlato della persona nella tua mente che ti parla, perché nell'Otupice Sentiero sono insieme, però qui li divide. E quindi sì, anche nella tua mente devi appunto di nuovo coltivare questa amorevolezza, riconoscere quando c'è della malevolenza e cambiarla. E tra l'altro questa cosa di cambiare da malevolenza a benevolenza fa parte di quello che è il right effort, il giusto impegno nell'Otupice Sentiero, no? Perché nell'Otupice Sentiero tu ti impegni a far diminuire quelle che sono quelle condizioni negative e ti impegni invece a coltivare quelle positive. Quindi è tutto legato. E in più aveva detto, per quanto riguarda qua le azioni mentali, che è impossibile che comunque noi nell'altro vediamo solo il bene, no? Perché come sappiamo c'è sia bene che male in tutte le persone. Però quando vediamo una persona, ci dobbiamo parlare e vediamo che e dobbiamo, diciamo, entrare ci scontriamo proprio con queste negatività, no? E in quel momento non possiamo, cioè è proprio, diciamo, la ragione o il topic della conversazione o del pensiero. Cioè, è giusto un modo per affrontarlo è quello prima di pensare positivi. Quindi vediamo questa persona, la immaginiamo e prima raccogliamo tutte quelle cose positive in modo da proprio impostare la nostra mente in uno stato di amorevolezza verso di lei. Così quando poi passiamo a quelli che sono le negatività, a quelle che sono quelle negatività, non le vediamo più solo con negatività, ma anche con l'amore verso la persona di cui noi vediamo le cose buone, no? Ok. E tra l'altro questo setting mentale, questa impostazione mentale è una cosa che poi non resta solo nella tua mente, perché è come si dice, è una cosa che irradi, che riesce a irradiare verso gli altri, e questo ispira quindi non solo te stesso alla benevolenza, ma anche chi ti circonda. Ok, numero 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Numero 4, for whatever righteous gains the name. Ok, il quarto invece è quello della condivisione. Qualunque cosa noi di buono abbiamo, che siano cose materiali che possiamo condividere come cibo per esempio, oppure anche attitudini mentali, contenuti mentali, formazioni mentali che possiamo condividere, condividiamole col prossimo, con i nostri compagni. Il quinto è quello invece della moralità, delle virtù, quindi coltivare delle virtù che siano pure, che siano che siano liberating, liberatorie che portano alla concentrazione. Quindi qua siamo di nuovo, possiamo ritornare al sila, no? Alla moralità dell'ottuplice sentiero, e quindi tenere alta questa nostra moralità e non farci scoraggiare da quella che è la non moralità degli altri, ed essere invece parte di quella che è la componente positiva, il cui obiettivo come società sarebbe quello di far crescere, perché nel momento in cui arriviamo, perché diciamo l'obiettivo finale dovrebbe essere nella nostra mente quello in cui tutti abbiamo una buona azione morale, ed è solo quando c'è questa buona azione e intenzione in tutta la società che si raggiunge la pace nella società.
Magari, cioè, vorrebbe continuarsi tutto
Eyes
il
on the
mondo.
prize, bisogna vedere l'obiettivo e
Comincia con noi stessi.
ci comportiamo in base
sì.
a quello.
No.
L'ultimo ok, e l'ultimo è invece quello di diciamo, questo è complicato da spiegare. Diciamo che nel suo pensiero e nel suo comportarsi è in armonia con i suoi compagni, in modo da arrivare poi a uno stato di fine di sofferenza e di stress. Cosa vuol dire questo nel pratico? Che quando noi parliamo con i nostri compagni, con le altre persone, dobbiamo porci anzitutto in una situazione di ascolto. Lei diceva, Luang Mae diceva, usa più le orecchie che la bocca, perché è solo aprendo le orecchie che poi possiamo aprire il nostro cuore. Ed è aprendo il nostro cuore che noi possiamo realmente capire l'altra persona ed essere empatici con lei, ed è questo che si intende per essere in armonia, no? In tune, non so bene come dirlo, in italiano, essere sulla stessa lunghezza d'onda. E questo sia per delle situazioni in cui siamo d'accordo magari con l'altra persona o che comunque riusciamo a capire subito, ma anche quelle in cui magari l'altra persona ha un'opinione opposta o magari ha una credenza che si scontra con quella che è la nostra, no? E quindi è un po' la parte un po' più complicata di questi 6, perché appunto richiede che tu abbia una forte componente di metta, una forte componente di gentilezza, di comprensione, di giusto pensiero. Però è solo aprendo il nostro cuore che le nostre opinioni, seppur opposte, possono arrivare a quello che è il fine ultimo di ogni intenzione umana, che è la pace. Quindi innanzitutto, anche quando c'è un'opinione opposta dall'altra parte, ricordiamoci che alla fine vogliamo tutti la stessa cosa, essere felici, essere in pace, no? Non c'è in un'opinione opposta malvagità. E di nuovo è aprendo il nostro cuore che possiamo proprio arrivare a questa realtà e quindi insieme, seppur mantenendo le nostre opinioni, arrivare a una via di mezzo e che non vuol dire modificare necessariamente, cambiare le nostre opinioni, però proprio arrivare a un punto di contatto tra di noi, di comprensione tra di noi, per appunto coltivare l'unione delle opinioni ed arrivare insieme alla pace. Prego. Prego.
So I'd like to use yesterday's experience as the additional explanation on this. For instance, if you can recall their sharing of yesterday's experience while being together. For instance, like the one that, when it's very funny, like, oh, Rita took your path, right? So it's like, with this, if we think that, oh, my path is very comfortable, that's why she takes it, and we can share, like, sharing, if you say that, in reality of this world, there can never be enough resources. Never. So, and at Luang Pu Man, one of most important meditation master in Thailand said, within this world, there's just so much suffering, and the resources has never been adequate. So that is the reason why we have to share, so that the suffering is being decreased just a little. If we do not share, it's like, oh, the suffering, which is maybe this, the whole world will somehow be more and more in suffering. So this sharing will be very beneficial to really lift up the sufferings of the world too. And the attitude of, this is mine, and this is our families, this is whatever, is so much against the ideas of sharing, because only sharing will unite living beings together. And again, there is another additional trick to observe yourself about opinion. There are some people, one in my family, not me, one in my family, whenever she says something, she will always come up with, but, blah, 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 and the second, but, blah, 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 blah. See, that's like, always, it's very difficult. You can also, like when you argue with someone, you said, yes, but. This happens all the time. So yeah, observe it. This is against the will, even though we have this direction, that we want to go there, but observe when but arises. It's going to be difficult to go to the unity and understanding. There are so many buts when you start talking.
Lume, we spent all the life to have big, good opinions, and now you said us that we have to
Let go.
go.
Yes. Yes. See, there is there is only one sentence of the teaching of the Buddha. If you would ask what is one sentence that you can summarize all the teaching of Buddha into, it is Sabbe Dhamma Abhinivasaya. It means that all the Dhamma is for letting go. You see, so it's fine that you learn to create all the opinions, but then finally it is for letting go.
The best
Yes.
opinions that you can have.
Yes.
I was,
But
I, I was wondering when I do, for example, the walking meditation, and I'm trying to recognize the 5 aggregates, and my mind is like, are you doing it right, blah blah blah, and then I argue myself with, but in the end I anyways have to let it go all.
Yes.
So,
yes.
so do we need?
That's your wisdom.
But do we need to learn the steps by step
Yes.
adequately, or is it like if I from the beginning say doesn't matter because I have to let it go altogether? Am I missing something in between? Like,
Okay.
should I be like really have the wisdom about the 5 aggregates before I can let them go?
Okay. Do you know what to be let go? If you don't see it, then you don't know what to be let go. So
Okay.
you have to see it first. Oh, this is for letting go. Oh, this is for letting go. And then you see that the objects of your consciousness, there's just so many things. When it arises, finally, no, it's there, but sometimes you really take attached to it. Only then you will realize, oh no, it's not for attachment, it's for letting go. There are also objects that, okay, that's fine, it arises and it's gone. But so many objects of consciousness which arises, and then you didn't realize that you hold on to it before you can let go.
I have a question to how to behave in this community now, because first I was like, I'm coming from Goenka retreats, and like no talking at all, looking on the ground, like no interaction. And so I was really serious in the first days about noble silence.
Yes.
And now we have this
Yes.
the sutta, and does it also mean like, okay, now I can have eye contact and I
Yes.
should smile and
Yes.
like open up more?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you see, this is real. The first, like noble silence, can you find it anywhere else? Is it natural in the world? We want to live with a natural condition, gaining wisdom from natural condition and from the natural sankhara. Not that you form something up and you form that something up and you want to live in it. Then you do not learn any natural phenomena at all. So we have to learn. But then in the beginning, when you're a child, you don't know how to come back in, right? So you need to condition all the surroundings so that it's supportive to coming back in. But now that you have collected some ability to come back in, now it needs you also need to cultivate, to just let go of all these conditioned surroundings which doesn't exist in the real world, and how you can use the ability to come back in, to interact with the world. So now the next training, the next lesson is there will be two modes, you see. The mode that you have to interact with others, that is when the mind goes out. And then again, we need to train the mind to come back in, to observe the mode within. So this means that when the mind goes out, we are so lucky that we have many people here. So whenever the mind goes out to you, in front of you, then I will have to cultivate the goodwill towards you. Oh, I wish Anna happy. Oh, she's already happy. I wish her more happy. Something like that. And also behind Anna's back. And now, since we cannot talk, we do not talk anyway, it is very good to practice loving kindness behind everyone's back all the time. When our eyes meet, then we share loving kindness. And when our eyes do not meet, behind the person's back, we also share. I think that it's real, rather than sitting in the meditation hall and wish all beings be out of enmity, wish all beings. So that's not real. This is the practical part of cultivation of mindfulness. See, and now we cultivate this within this 10 or 12 people. And when you go out to the world, there are so many. So it's an advantage, you see, to be with so many people, so crowded. You can generate loving kindness. Yes?
It's also more difficult with your parents, with your friends.
More difficult?
My family. Yes, your family.
Yes, because the relationship has been built in a certain pattern, right? So the only way that we can do now is we have to try to cultivate this, at least for the remaining days here, and then you remember how you can cultivate it behind someone's back. So first of all, try to do it behind their backs.
And in that case, when I meet a person or I have a negative, I meet someone and I have negative feelings, or behind the back I have negative feelings, how do I handle that? How do I react to this negativity? Do I have to create positivity for my own then? Because I'm like, okay, you tried, but it wasn't working this way. How do I react to this negativity?
So this way, there is something within your mind which is negative, right? But since you're mindful, you know that it's there. It's there, this negativity, it's there. Let it be. But this is the things that you have to do. Let something, put it behind you. That means you're letting go of this already. And then you have to train yourself to do something in the beginning. It might be difficult because it needs two things. First, let's set this beside. Let's set the negativity beside, because you have already seen it, then you can set it aside. And then you can do it. This is your duty. Like, if you don't want to cook, but then you have to cook every day. You see, just like that. It's just something that it's your responsibility to do it every day to every person.
Could I add something?
Yeah.
I think also that it's very important to note I would be also very careful while observing that not to suppress the negatives, the negative emotions. This is very, very important because otherwise you're going to just keep suppressing and then building the suffering. So when you notice the negativity, the ill will, what you do is just recognize it, acknowledge it, and then just shift the attention. You don't want to suppress anything.
Yeah, just set it aside.
Mm-mm.
It can be there.
Quindi fare molta attenzione a non sopprimere, perché quello è l'effetto opposto. Se- sì, cioè, guardo dall'altra parte proprio, no?
Le dice anche come fare, no? Metterla da una parte, l'aspetto negativo, osservarlo e poi cercare di dare un augurio, una spiegazione di benevolenza, dividere le cose.
Mhm, mhm.
So yes, that's good. So you see that everyone has to go work. Sometimes you are so lazy. You don't want to go to work, but laziness is there. I have to go to work anyway. So working this way, it's about working to cultivate the good quality to happen. It's about working.
Could you write down the 6 aspects of what we're
Can you write it? น้องไอซ์ มันยังอยู่หรือเปล่าเนี่ยน้องไอซ์ไปหาไปมันอยู่ไหนล่ะ so you can นี่ นี่เรายังไม่ได้ลงไปเรื่องพรหมวิหารสี่เลยนะ ใช่ปะ
Right. Maybe this afternoon.
ใช่โอเค
Should I just write the whole sentence? Because it's not like here it's very long. Let me check if in the other sutta it says it differently.
You can also, so my question was about like what she also explained, like this right speech, right thoughts, and like those like those bullet points. Yeah, but as you want.
นั่นได้อยู่ยังนี่ you can write bullet points you're good in writing bullet points
Yes.
Have I ever written bullet points?
yes you did do you remember Ajahn Sujato's paper you've written bullets for me
That was a long bullet points. I don't think this is what you mean.
so this one
They were
will be
like
easier
paragraphs of bullet points. I can write bullet points as well if you like.
yeah
Up to you.
yes so then he has some work
Yeah.
So it's not so
Not
easy.
so lazy, no?
Sorry. You're very
So you can
very good kitchen help, but not lazy one.
you can either take it from here, which is not the one. It's from Sutta Central. Or this one.
I'll try my best.
Not the central but from different translator from Deepa Poetry and I think it's understandable than Ajahn Sujato
Oh, and I think I closed the other one. Let me see. Can you go back?
yeah you go back.
Oh yeah, I went back. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So from now on, they can look at each other in the eyes and smile. To
in
each
front
other,
you
right?
see in front and then you cultivate loving kindness goodwill in your way like and then also behind
Also behind.
yes whenever your eyes rise up to see someone you share right away see someone share right away
But for now, we're not gonna talk again.
no
No talking.
no so today only about thinking and cultivating these qualities within our mind and that's when the mind goes out when it comes back in of course being mindful of the 5 aggregates again so more work you see
Che d'ora in avanti ci si può guardare negli occhi e sorridere, non si può ancora parlare e dovete stare attenti a coltivare la vostra benevolenza sia davanti che quando siete fuori a fare altre cose.
Cioè, se vedi una persona da dietro,
Anche, anche,
Tu manda amore.
anche quando sei nel tuo letto, ti viene in mente qualcuno, manda amore.